All right, so our trip to Hobby Lobby brought us to Panama City. Well, technically Best Buy brought us to Panama City and Cava because we love Cava, so we're gonna go there for lunch later. But we're driving along, headed to Hobby Lobby, which is somewhere back over there. And the kids saw a Spirit Halloween. And of course, you must stop at a Spirit Halloween. Child, come this way and don't get run over, please. So we're gonna go in Spirit Halloween. Did y'all know they now have a Spirit Christmas also? So once Spirit Halloween is done, I guess they just scooch out all the skeletons and bring in the Christmas trees. So I'll be looking for one of those soon to show you guys. All right, so a purchase was made. She's decided she wants to be toothless from How to Train Your Dragon for Halloween. So we got wings and something else, and now we gotta finish figuring out the rest of it. But now off to Hobby Lobby to look for pumpkin-y style decorations. All right, so we're inside Hobby Lobby now. This one's carrying around a lamb for the dog, because that's...
It's cheap, it's pretty cheap here.
Do you even know what the lamb is from?
14. It's 14 bucks. Online it's like 25 or something.
She doesn't know lamb chop. I have failed as a parent, but it's okay. We will remedy that. So we're inside Hobby Lobby. I don't know why I just did this like I was grabbing at your face. So we're inside Hobby Lobby, and I go to the bathroom first because my stomach's doing this like weird puffy thing. It's probably gas. Anyway, go to the bathroom. I'll tell you the bathroom story later because I don't want to repeat it in here, because if the lady hears me, I'm going to feel real bad. But so we're walking around and walk in, and of course there's the Halloween stuff, and of course there's a ton of Christmas stuff. I am on the search to figure out if they already have Valentine's Day stuff out or 4th of July stuff or anything else. I guarantee you I'll find at least one thing that is Valentine's Day themed in this store before I leave. I'm going to show it to y'all when I find it. But you can see, I don't know how to point, Christmas stuff there. Your normal everyday randomness everywhere else, right? You got some fall decor back there on the walls. Look, Christmas down there. I do like the pink tree and the white tree up there. Everybody needs a good nutcracker. Right? Right? No? But I'm gonna find the stuff. Oh, so I want to show you guys. So I'm walking to the bathroom, and I choose this aisle out of every single aisle humanly possible, and the first thing I see is this as I'm walking, and I'm like, you know what, I can take a hint. So I read this one first. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Then my brain starts singing along, right? And I keep going, and it's another one, and then I keep going. Where was the other one that I saw? Oh, there. The world is brighter because of you. And I was like, you know what, this is just like very nice. What's the word? Like, what's the word for when nice coincidences that make you feel good?
Coincidence.
Okay, we'll go with that. So the good news is I do have supervision today, because if I did not, please understand, I would have this joker. I would buy this little joker because of that. I'd buy this little joker because of that. I don't need any of these things. But I'd be in here putting all these things in a cart because they're just cute. But I have supervision. What is that?
Avocado smasher.
Multi-masher? Girl, that's what a fork is for. Yeah. You guys know how there's always some sort of 50% off at Hobby Lobby. So right now it's fall decor, party, floral, and crafts. But it never tells you what day it ends on. So you just kind of have to guess or hope that you show up in time. But again, because I have supervision, there's my supervisor. Right there. I am not pushing a cart in front of me. As you can see, there is no cart, because if there was a cart, please understand, I would walk by and just do that thing where you put your arm out and just smush it all in, like on Supermarket Sweep. Remember back in the day? Supermarket Sweep was one of my absolute favorite shows to watch, besides obviously Wheel of Fortune and what's the one with Alex Trebek? Jeopardy. I used to love those, but Supermarket Sweep was my jam. I guess at a young age I learned to pay attention to grocery prices, which is very interesting to me. But again, y'all, I want everything. Look how cute this is. I don't need any of it, but I want them all. I don't even want to decorate for any of this kind of stuff. Like, I don't want to look like I just got shot out of an HGTV episode. But when I come in here, for some reason, I feel like I am Joanna Gaines reincarnated. And not that she's dead, you know what I mean? Like a Joanna Gaines wannabe. Look at this thing. What do you even put in here? But I kind of want it. What would you even put in here?
You put those like weird brown
thingies. I know exactly what you're talking about too. I'm looking at it thinking you put softballs in there. I have no idea why, because I saw something like that with a softball in it one time. Maybe that's why. But I want a little bit of everything. Look how pretty this is. I think I like this because I like the fall stuff. I don't really care about the Halloween stuff. I like the fall stuff. I heard, she said, Like, can't believe I said it, but I do love all of the fall thingamajigs. What did you get? Oh, that's pretty. Are you gonna put the pumpkin in the pumpkin?
No. This is for the dining.
For the ooh, I like that. See, I'm gonna let you decorate everything. I've already told this girl, so she plays, what's the game you build all the stuff on? Bloxburg. So she plays Bloxburg and she builds houses and she does the like custom roofs and custom everything else, and she decorates the interiors, and I'm telling y'all, it is better than anything you see in whatever those magazines are where they do the decorations. And like, we've gone to so many model homes and staged house walkthroughs, nothing, they ain't shit compared to what she can do. So when she gets older and decides that she wants to be a interior designer and she's going to make bank because she's going to be so good at it, I'm going to let her decorate for us in the future. But what do you want? Hold on. Those pumpkins? They look dead. I don't like that pumpkin. Your face looks dead. No. Look, y'all. So many cute things. Don't climb the ladder. And there's Christmas right up top. Go ahead and moving its way on in. And just next week you come in and they've gone down one shelf. You come back the next week, they've gone down one shelf. The next thing you know, all the fall stuff is gone and it's just red, white, and green Christmas. Although I'm not upset about it because I do love Christmas. Look, I want all of it. One side fall, one side Christmas. And the Christmas tree. Somebody left a comment on the last video and they said that if I come here and I see a tree that rotates, they've named it and called it a rotisserie. Y'all, I laughed so hard, like snort laughed out loud. It was ridiculous, but it's absolutely hilarious, which is why I pinned it as the comment on the last video, because it cracked me the crap up. That one's pretty. How much are trees now? $284.99. But if you wait until, oh, whoa, no. Wait, this? And right now it's on sale? Is that serious? Bro, that is a really good price. Hey, FYI, anybody who needs a Christmas tree, you should probably go to Hobby Lobby right now and get it, because instead of $5.50, it's on sale for $2.75. That's really good. Although it still feels crazy expensive. But this one, the lights are all flashy. Look, it does it on its own. Look, I'm ready to go ahead and set up our tree. Ooh, and I want a donut. So it turns out that Christmas is also 50% off. So if you want to get better prices early, I would say right now. Because right now they have everything. It hasn't been like picked over, you know, and everybody's taking everything. But if Christmas, everything is 50% off. Let's see. Decor, party, tableware, floral, fabric, trees, ornaments, blah, 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 blah. Does not include light sets, candy, food, or scotch tape. Which is crazy. Scotch tape is probably $20 a roll now because I know people use it all the time. Ooh, that one's pretty. I like that one. The kid wants this one. Right, that's the one you want? Look at the fluffy. Wait, I'm trying to show him the fluffy pumpkin. I like that. All right, continue on. You're out of hands. I'm not carrying anything for you, so, and we're not getting a cart.
I'm done. I already have my
You're done?
I have my pumpkin at home.
Okay, we're done. Out we go. So I have walked the entire store perusing shelf by shelf for something Valentine's Day related, and Kevin says it's as close as it's gonna get. The heart. But it doesn't say Valentine's Day, so it doesn't really count. So I guess so far they're sticking to Halloween, fall, Christmas, and regular decor. And there is nothing. What is that?
Crochet Kit Kat.
It's actually really cute though. Your dad jokes kill me. Technically it's not a dad joke. All you did was read the front, but still. Yeah, so nothing Valentine's Day related. All right, I was wrong. I will admit when I am wrong. So we spent $57, but we saved almost $40. Some things were, I think they were like 40% off. So we got 3 bags worth of stuff. But turns out in Panama City, they have something that we haven't had since Georgia. They have a Planet Smoothie. I know it's not carnivore. I know it's not keto. We going in here for a smoothie. All right, so we're leaving Planet Smoothie. I have mine here. I got it's called the Last Mango. It's got mango, peach, orange sherbet. Like, it's dessert in a cup. You know, it's not a real smoothie like for health value at all. And then the kid got yours. Hers is called the Vinny Del Rocco. So it's like raspberries and blueberries and something. Babe, let me see yours. His is called the Mountain Man. Thank you. It's got peanut butter, granola, oat milk, some other stuff in it that I can't remember, but it looks pretty. I said peanut butter, banana,
Honey.
honey,
Granola.
granola. oat milk,
yogurt.
frozen yogurt. There we go. And then he adds extra peanut butter and he adds extra granola. And the problem is we're all going to be full from these things, and then we're supposed to stop at Kava, which is only like 30 minutes away.
Kava to go, take it home.
Or we can get Kava to go and take it home. Good idea. All right. So now we go home. We'll go to Kava and then we go home. You got hands, ma'am? I got you. So now that we're in the car, I'm going to tell you the bathroom story. So I'm in the bathroom and I'm in the first stall because I don't ever take the big stall, like the handicap stall or the stall where women can take their kids, like the strollers and stuff. I try not to unless I really have to pee and it's the only one that's open. And all of them were open when I went in. So I took the first one, but I was in there for a second, you know, trying to make sure that everything was going to settle itself. And I heard a lady come in. Thankfully it was a lady, not a man. Heard a lady come in and there was a child with her. I have no idea how old this child was. I'm going to have to assume 4 or younger. Old enough to walk and reach the handles on the door. Foreshadowing there. But she comes in and there's no music in the bathrooms at Hobby Lobby, which I do not understand establishments that play music like throughout the store and then leave it just dead ass quiet in the bathrooms, because you know, ladies, when you go in there, it's not like you want to, you know, loudly bust ass with other people in the stalls. We decorum, right? So you try to hold it and then it just makes it worse, and then you just have 4 stalls of women sitting there clenching their butts together trying not to make noise, and then there's a long line. Just let it go. Anyway, so this lady goes into the big stall with the kid, and obviously she does not feel the way I do about the slight embarrassment of letting bodily functions just go rampant, because she busted ass like nobody's business. There was a lot of, it was like if you sat on a whoopee cushion repeatedly while somebody else sat on a whoopee cushion while somebody else shot their brains out. That's what it sounded like. It was aggressive. It was a lot. But she was talking to her kid the whole entire time. So in the middle of all these bodily function sounds, she's having a normal conversation like she's not internally dying. And then out of nowhere, you hear the sound of a door, the little slide lock unlocking, and then she's going, lock that fucking door. And she goes, lock that and close it. And I'm like, nope, you're spazzing now because you can't lock it until it's closed. You have to close it first. And then she tells this kid, if I have to get up off this toilet, I'm going to whoop your ass. And I'm thinking to myself, if she got up off that toilet, she is going to leave a trail behind her to the door. That's not going to be good. And at that point, I was like, you know what? Whatever's happening with me, we're just going to let it, you know, simmer on its own, and we're just gonna go ahead and wipe and wash hands and get on out of here. So I left before the lady and the kid came out. Hopefully she did not have to get up and whoop that child's butt or drop little droplets of stuff along the way. I don't know. It's just, I remember when I was little, you know, you want to mess with the thing because it's fun, but then you see, like, even now, you've gone places, I'm sure you've gone places where either it's bathroom or fitting room and kids are looking underneath the side or crawling underneath. But it's like, how do you teach your kids when they're that little and you're not able to like reach them to hold them, that you don't do that kind of thing? Did you ever do that? I don't think so. I feel like you never did that. Look, see her face. Ew, no, never. Anyway, that was the bathroom story. And now we're on our way to Kava, like I said. And then I'll see you guys later. So I just took a shower, got out of the shower. I was gonna wash my hair because it's kind of dirty, but I did not feel like trying to brush through the rat nest that is my hair right now, so I did not wash my hair. But I got out of the shower and I showed you guys this stuff before. I put this on my face, which is why it's kind of shiny or whatever right now while it's drying before I put some makeup on. But what I wanted to show you is not my dirty counter. Look, I told y'all I bought a year's worth of contacts. This is them with my completely awful, let's see, this is how blind I am. So this is how I do this, you guys, in case you're curious. This is how I do this. I say left low, right high. So this is my right eye because it's a 3.5, and then my left eye is a -3. So left low, right high. It's this stupid whatever that thing is called where you make it sound a certain way so you remember what it is. That's what I do here. But the reason I'm showing you this, because I told y'all I ordered it from Costco. But look, they now accept vision insurance. So I wanted to mention it to you guys in case anybody out there is trying to get some contacts or glasses or whatever and you're not aware that Costco takes it. They take, what is this? I can't read. Avisis or Davis Vision, Mez Vision, NVA, United Healthcare, Spectra Vision, Superior Vision, UHA Health Insurance, VBA, and VSP in network for most VSP members. The reason I'm mentioning this to you is because, and I've talked to you about it probably like once or twice on here, tomorrow starts the open enrollment for Medicare, the annual open enrollment or annual enrollment open period, however you're supposed to say it. Tomorrow, October 15th is when that starts. So for those of you who are going to be calling chapter, the phone number is in my pinned comment and the description and everything else. It's 513-898-3528, chapter, free phone call. They'll help you kind of figure out if you're on the right plan or not. When my mom moved here from Georgia to Florida in September of last year, she called and made some changes because you can change when you have like a life change, like you've moved or you've changed jobs or you've retired or things like that. There's like all these different reasons, my dirty closet, of why you can call and make changes outside of the annual open enrollment period, whatever. But now that the open enrollment period's back, I'm like, Ma, you need to call again because everything changes. Like every single year, everything changes. And so it makes sense to call yearly to make sure that you guys have the right Medicare plans, just FYI. It's something I would call and be like, hey, listen, this is what I got. What's better? Is there anything that gives me better coverage? Is there anything that costs less? Is there anything that my prescriptions would be cost less on? Is there anything that opens me up to better doctors or newer doctors or specialists? Because you never know, right? And the whole reason I was thinking about it earlier, remember I told you guys my mom took a tumble Friday when we went to go eat at Domo. Basically, she tripped going up a curb, and without giving all the details, her face stopped her fall. And one of the first things I thought of, and she broke her glasses in the process. And one of the first things I thought of was, hopefully she has insurance on those glasses. If not, hopefully her Medicare vision covers whatever. The second thought I had was, because she hit her forehead and her left cheek on the concrete, was if she has to go to the hospital, does the plan that she have, will it cover whatever might possibly occur? And this sounds morbid, and I know it, and I didn't want to think it, and I didn't want to say it out loud to my mom. So, Ma, I love you. I didn't say this out loud, but I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Liam Neeson. He's the actor who does The Grey, which to me is like the most terrifying movie that's ever been made in life because it's realistic, okay, when you get eaten by wolves. But he was married to this lady named Natasha Richardson, who was in 101 Dalmatians, the movie version, the live movie version with Jeff Daniels, I think. You see how much useless knowledge I have? Like, seriously. But they were on a skiing trip. I don't know where. And this was years upon years ago. They were on a skiing trip, the family, Natasha and Liam and the kids. And she fell or ran into something and like bumped her head. But they checked her out and said that she was perfectly fine. Everything was fine. So then she went back to their hotel room and went to sleep and then had a massive like brain bleed and passed away. So the night my mom fell and smacked her face into the ground all night long, I'm like wide awake, can't sleep until the next morning, where I send her a text. I'm like, hey, you good? Like basically saying you still alive, because I was like worried all night long that there was something that could happen, but thankfully it did not. But those are the kind of things that I think of. And then my brain goes, well, if something were to go wrong, does her insurance cover so-and-so specialist or this or that or whatever else? And there's a lot of things that I don't know about getting older, like what you go through medically. I know a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. Like my mom goes to all different kinds of doctors, gets a ton of different stuff looked at. She's on different medications. And so I'm thinking like the older you get, the more obviously your body changes. I'm 43, I'm about to be 44. Perimenopause is definitely kicking in. All kinds of things are going wonky. We've talked about my teeth, like, whatever. I had a mammogram. They want me to go back in and have the right one looked at. All these different kind of things, right? So when I'm thinking about these things, I'm like, oh, okay, well, insurance, you guys you kind of told me when I told y'all I canceled our insurance, you're like, Michelle, what the crap, ma'am? Like, don't do that. You never know when you're going to need it or what you're going to need, especially when Kevin then had his issues with the skin, which is clearing up very, very much so, side note. So thank y'all for your prayers and good thoughts on that, because we did not take the Otezla that they prescribed him. We've just been going as clean and I don't know if holistic's the right word, but non-medicinal as possible, and things seem to be getting a lot better for him. All the icky, gooey things have cleared up, and now he's just a little itchy skin, but we're working on that too. Anyway, where is it going with that? Oh, y'all told me, one of these days you're going to need insurance, so we're going to look into insurance again, because I'm sure you're right. We're going to figure out what's best for us, but with the annual open enrollment period for Medicare for y'all, I would say please just make a phone call. If you don't want to call Chapter, that's fine. I trust them. I trust my mom to use them, my mother-in-law to use them. I only tell you guys about them because I love y'all and I want you to have the best options out there. But if you're already working with somebody, or you want to call like the Medicare office itself, You do you, but whatever works best for you. I just ask that you guys make a phone call just to make sure that you have the right stuff, because a lot of things have changed in the health industry of doctors and prescriptions and what covers what and who takes what insurance and everything else over the last year, specifically the last 10 months. So just putting that out there. Again, the phone number for Chapter, if you want it, is 513-898-3528. If not, call your own people. That's fine. But I wanted to mention that to you while I was sitting there looking at my contacts and thinking about my mom and her smacking her face into the ground and whatnot. All right, now I'm going to go put some makeup on so I don't look so... Anyway, I love y'all. I'll see you again in a second. So I don't have microphones in. Hopefully you can hear me. I just got a package delivered. The reason I knew a package was being delivered, not because UPS rang the doorbell, but because this one over here lost his ever-loving mind and started barking like we were about to be robbed or something. I don't know. But I got this order. If I can get this thing to open, me and scissors. Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to do this. Never cut towards yourself, only cut towards strangers. I think that's how the saying goes, right? Like, open. Open. There's so much tape. I don't know why they taped it so much. These little jokers. These are weird feeling. They smell funky too. Okay, there's a ton of them here. If I can get to... Max, don't eat these. All right, so here's what we got. If I can get to anything. Why did they put so many? There's so many of these in here. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Let's go this way. Hi, Maxie Poo. And then y'all can look. Look, I got this stuff for the man. I ordered him the tallow soap to help with his skin because he's tired of being itchy and I'm tired of him being itchy. Look, I keep waking up in the middle of the night to him scratching his legs or playing, I think he's playing grasshopper, honestly. Like he's rubbing his foot on his other leg and it's shaking the whole entire bed. And at first I was like, sir, I don't know what you're doing over there, but take it into the bathroom. And then I realized he was just rubbing his leg, scratching his leg, whatever. But I was like, stop it. And he's like, my skin itches. So I got him this stuff because to me, the tallow soap is the absolute best thing in the entire world. Let's see, that's 3, 4, hold on, 5. Let's see how many I ordered. 6, 7, we're at 7 now. Hold on, but wait, there's more. 8, 9, 10. And then I ordered him the same thing I use, which is the, whatever it's called. I use this on my face. If you guys saw the video earlier, hello, it's part of this video. You know what I'm talking about. I use this on my face, and I was making him use this on his hands when his hands were bothering him. But that one, the tallow, focus. I don't know how to like do this like makeup style like most makeup people do. But I got those because when you order on their website, again, I have zero affiliation, zero affiliate link, none of that kind of stuff. I'm not sponsored, nothing. I just really, really like the stuff. All right, make sure you wasn't eating a noodle thing. They didn't fall. It was buy 3 of the soaps, get 2 free. And these were buy 2, get 1 free. And Mama likes a deal. So that's why we have 10 bars of soap and 3 of these. But also, he goes through soap like nobody's business. I don't know what, like he uses soap a lot. He also doesn't know how to use bar soaps. This is going to be interesting. I use bar soap on a loofah. I hold the bar in one hand. I'll smush it on the loofah. I rub my body. I switch and I put the soap over here and the loofah here. And then, you know, I just keep going back and forth. I'm going to have to teach him how to bar soap because all he ever uses is the squeezy bottles of stuff. And that might be why his skin is where it is. But either way, I got the stuff. I'm excited. Actually, I owe my mother-in-law one. She gave me one the last time we were in Georgia because I didn't have any soap. So she gave me one. So I owe her one. But he's about to use this and only this. And then this stuff on his face and hands. And we're using the all laundry detergent. We're taking, I can always say we. He's taking probiotics. He's taking fish oil. He's taking some other stuff. We're good. We're going to be good. We're going to get everything cleared up and figured out and whatever else. And that's that. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys later. I love y'all. Goodbye.